everybody, this is Christina with Getting Crafty Online Classes, and today I have 3 projects for you. They're all kind of small, but I thought they would look really cute together, so I thought I would just do them all at once. So here we go. Right now we're going to make a bumpkin, or a Bapkin, I'm not sure. But it is a little pumpkin, which you can see that I have painted with acrylic ink and left it on my napkin to dry, and it kind of took the bottom off, but that's okay because it's the bottom. But I painted it with black acrylic ink and just a regular old sponge paintbrush. So what I'm going to do is I let this dry, go ahead and paint it, let it dry, put some glitter paint on it if you like. This one is actually my son's, so I have been instructed no glitter whatsoever. You're going to need the bat template that I put down for you to download. And you can either use just your basic black cardstock, or you can use this foam crafting rubber. It's crafting foam. This is the 2mm thick. So it's thick, but it's not quite that thick. But I thought it would be more durable for my kids. But if you're going to do it with adults, I'm sure the basic black cardstock will be fine. So I'm just going to flip this over. Now, this project actually only takes 1 sheet, actually less than 1 sheet of the foam. This is the piece of foam that I have left over. And the only thing I have not cut out for the bat is his ears. So you can see that, there's quite a bit left over, and I even cut 2 of the next project I'm going to show you out of this as well. So you can actually get all 3 of these projects out of one black 8.5 by, or actually, this is a 9 by 12 inch of, I don't think it's 9 by 12, is it really? It really is. It's 9 by 12. I was just reading the tag and it didn't seem like it was right. But 9 by 12 piece of crafting foam. And it also only took less than 1 sheet of the white crafting foam. And this is actually what I have left of the white after cutting out the other 2 projects. So, you have your black crafting foam, and you have your wing for your bat. Now I have 2 wings on there. You can choose which one you want, but I've been instructed that I want a scary bat. So I actually laid one down here, and just with a pencil I went ahead and traced around the bat wing, and then I just went ahead and flipped it over and did the other one on the other side. Okay? Now, probably an easier way to do this than what I'm going to do is to just take some black masking tape or something like that, get a skewer or a dowel and break it in half and stick it in here, and then put those on there. So, but I have this dowel, and I'm going to go ahead and just snap it in half. And the reason I'm snapping it in half is hopefully I will get enough of a Sharpie end to go ahead and stick this in the pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the pumpkin, a little ghosty for your drinks. Now you can do this to any cup, you can do that with any cup that you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use a martini glass just because, well, that's what I had. So you can use it with these little cups, you can use it with just about anything, but you want to make sure that the cups are larger probably. So this is the one that I already have cut out, and here is the pattern that I gave everybody that's on there to download and cut out. And it's just plain copy paper again. You just cut it out, lay it on the foam, and then trace around it and cut them out. The face, I actually just took a pair of scissors and stuck them in there and then cut around the face. Now the face you can do a couple of different ways. You can either color it with a Sharpie pen, which I have traced the face, and you can cut it with a Sharpie pen. You can cut out some pieces of foam or basic black cardstock, whatever you want to use for his face. You can put glitter on there. I mean, let your imagination go wild. I'm just going to do it with a Sharpie pen though, just for the sake of this video, to make things go a little bit quicker. And I'm just going to outline his mouth and his eyes, and then I'm just going to color him in. And this foam actually colors really nice. Now with the bat, I said that you could use just regular old cardstock if you wanted to. You know, just your basic black cardstock. If you're actually going to be putting these ghosts on cold drinks, because of the sweat that comes off of them from the ice and being cold, I really would suggest getting some of this craft foam. This craft foam is actually really awesome for soaking up the sweat. That way it doesn't leak all over your tables, and you're kind of protecting your furniture when you have your guests over and they're putting their drinks down. Okay, so there is my wee ghosty. Now, make sure that you keep this part of your pattern, because up here or down here it says top of glass, lip drop, top of glass. So you are actually, I'm going to take my husband's martini glasses because he loves this thing, and you actually want this to go and come around just like this. Stuff all over him. But you want to go ahead and it just comes up and goes around just like this. Okay? And what you can do, if you know the cups that you're going to put them on, you can put it around, and you can either put a glue dot on there if you want to be able to take it off later. You can put the hot glue gun on them. You can pretty much do anything you want. You could even put a piece of Velcro right here, which would be totally awesome. Now these I'm actually going to be making for people to take home with them. Not the cup, just the little ghost. So not only will it protect their hands, but then they have a lip right here that they can drink out of, so they don't have to worry about getting the ghost icky, whatever they want. But there you go. So since these are for my guests that are going to be coming to my bunko, I'm going to go ahead and put a magnet here, and then I'm going to put the matching one here. Take that off. Take the cup back, and see, this way too, if they're not drinking a martini, which there's no alcohol, but if they're not using a martini glass or what have you, this way they can put their ghosty on any drink that they want. I'm just going to go ahead and push that down. Okay, so after you get it on your glass, it should stick on there perfectly. You may have to work with your glass a little bit to find out what that sweet spot is, to where it's going to actually stay up, because every glass is different. So work with that sweet spot. Don't get frustrated, because you can see how absolutely cute that is. Quick, simple, and fun. So the next one is yet another way to protect your furniture when you have guests over for your holiday, and that is a little spider coaster. So you cut out 2 of the black on the foam. This one you will want, again, you will want the foam so that it'll soak up any or reflect any water or sweat that's coming off of the glasses. So you want 2 black and you want 1 white, or whatever color you choose. At first I was going to do red, but then I started watching James and the Giant Peach with my kids, and so the spider is black, so we're going to go ahead or black and white, so I'm going to do black and white. And then you can just cut out the hourglass shape, and here is the pattern for this. So I went ahead, what I did as well is I went ahead and took my paper piercer, and I'll do it again so that you can see. But you cut them all out, and when I cut out this, I cut this part out with scissors. And then I traced it with a pencil onto the black, and I folded my black up and then just cut this way so that I didn't have to try and figure all that out. But if you just lay this on there, which mine's a little bit off, but just go ahead and put holes where the little legs go, where the little X's are, and then put 2 holes in the center of the X's where the eyes go so that you remember where the eyes are supposed to be. And then you take that away, and I know you probably can't see this, but there's actually little holes in there. Then you want to just take your hot glue gun and put some glue on here. Just spread that out a little bit so it doesn't ooze over the side. And I'm going to take that black one, wipe off all the stuff from the other thing, and I'm going to lay the white one right on top of this black one. Now, if they don't match up right away or anything like that, remember you can always trim it. Kind of squish these together. Make sure they're going to stick, and you can see the glue coming out this side, but that's okay because you can always wipe it off or wait till it dries and just cut it off, which is usually easier because then you don't burn your fingers and you don't get all goopy. And then you want to go ahead and set that aside for just a minute. And you want it for the feet and the legs. I have some of the buttons. You can choose any color you want. I'm actually going to be making these for my bunko party, and I'm going to make enough for everyone to take home, but everybody's going to have different colored feet. That way they know which one is theirs. So you just take, this is some really old, I mean, I got this when I very first started Stampin' Up, but it's the wire works from Stampin' Up where you had all the different ones. This is the 20 gauge silver, and what you want to do, you can find this in probably any place where you can make jewelry, bead store, stuff like that, because I know we don't sell it anymore, but it's really easy to get your hands on. And I just go ahead and figured out how long I wanted my legs and just cut them off. Our paper snips cut them off beautifully. Now, if you don't have any of these jewelry pliers, you may want to get some of these. I paid like $5 for them. They have it to where you can cut right here, you can smash things closed right here, and you can bend things with the very tips. You can do this with your hands, and I'm sorry, my nails are all dirty from playing with the pumpkin, but I really suggest a pair of these jewelry pliers. And you just bend it like a cane, and I took the button and I put it, because I want the shiny side to show on the feet, so I put the hook through the top side, swung it around to where the top side is up, and put the hook through the bottom of the other hole, so it's almost like a fishing type thing. What is that, a lure? Haven't been fishing in so long. And then go ahead and bend this around again. So you're just going to take this part here, and I hope you can see this, but I'm just going to take this part here and put it through the other hole. And the easiest way to do that is to bend it over, make sure that it's matching up, and just push it down to where everything is coming out the bottom now. And then I just went ahead and used the smashing ones, and you have to be very, very gentle with these buttons. I thought they were plastic. I don't think so much now, and if they are, they're really thin plastic, because when I shattered 2 of them when I was doing the other feet, yeah, I think they shattered like they were glass. So just be very, very careful, and you just want to make sure that everything stays steady and even. I'm trying to do this so that you guys can see. And I'm just smashing on the wire. I'm not actually smashing on the button itself. And the wire will actually come through and move itself so that you don't have to worry about which way it's going. And you just smash it down, and it will actually smooth itself out on that side and on this side. And it's very steady, so the little feet aren't wobbling all over the place. And then you just curl it over, just like this. So then you have a little foot. So I already did my feet. Okay, so I did 8 feet, 4 for each side. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick my feet. Yep, I'm going to stick my feet through the bottom of this black one, and then I'm going to fold it in. Okay? And then just make sure that your little foot is in the position that you want it to be in. Okay? And you want to go ahead and do that with all 8 of your spider legs. I'm going to go ahead and do that really fast. There we go. Okay? So there's all of my little legs. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my glue gun again. And I'm going to go all along the outside. Make sure you get it all along around the outer rim so that it'll hold your little spider feet on. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and while I'm pushing it down, I'm going to make sure that my feet are in place. And I also want to make sure that my spiders are lining up for the most part. Now once the hot glue dries, you can always reposition your feet however you need to. Because once they're stuck in that glue, they are stuck and not going, as you can tell, not going anywhere now. But as you can tell, you can take your martini glass or whatever glass you use and stick it right in the middle. So how absolutely cute is that? And I just absolutely love it. Now, but she needs eyes, or he, whatever. It has purple feet, so I'm going to say she needs eyes. Now you can take the glitter brads and give her eyes. You can take, you know, whatever you want to do to give her eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take my large rhinestone, Basic Jewels rhinestone